After a fight on Live, Ripa recently put Mark Consuelos in the doghouse. What did Mark say to enrage his wife in front of their studio audience, and what transpired in recent scenes to cause this? The marital arguments between Ripa and Mark Consuelos make it live frequently. No other talk show combo on the air is like Ripa and Mark Consuelos. Since viewers generally gravitate toward co-worker chemistry and friendliness, this is heavily emphasized in other popular shows like Good Morning America or Today. This chemistry between Ripa and Mark Consuelos as an on-air combination, however, is what makes them special as hosts. Their personal life at home, including their arguments and fights, frequently influence the chemistry on the set because they are husband and wife away from the cameras. The couple immediately distinguishes themselves from other anchors and hosts in this field because of this. Since there is very little distinction between work and home, Live fans frequently feel as though Kelly and Mark are inviting them into their living rooms, which is something that many of their followers enjoy. What happened when Ripa put Consuelos in the doghouse? Adam Rodriguez from Criminal Minds was welcomed to the set by Ripa and Mark Consuelos during a recent live chat. The actor's difficulties with teeth grinding came up. Ripa responded to this with an unexpected suggestion. The actor should get Botox. "I'll fix this for you," Ripa said. "I'll take care of your issue. Your jaw has Botox, indeed. You will not be able to grind your teeth as a result of that." Adding, "You won't be able to smile or do anything else." Mark Consuelos clapped back. Ripa continued, "I smile and I chew all the time," demonstrating that her husband had not stopped her. Mark returned with the response, "Yeah, but the first couple of days," indicating that he was not going to let his wife off the hook that easy. Ripa was not going to let Mark off the hook that lightly either, so it turns out that she beat him at his own game. "Just keep this in mind tonight when you start rubbing up against me," she continued. "What's wrong? Is not the kind of argument I want to have. What's wrong? What's causing you to ignore me?" With this astute move from his wife, Consuelos ultimately gave up. She frequently throws him in the doghouse on the air, and once they get home, it usually continues. This time, Mark apparently didn't want to be involved, saying, "Okay, we need to take a break." It was supposed to be another smooth, cheeky morning on Live with Kelly and Mark. But what unfolded left audiences wide-eyed and Twitter on fire. Viewers are used to the real-life married duo exchanging playful jabs. But this time, the banter took a turn. By the end of the hour, Ripa had metaphorically, and as some fans joked, maybe even literally, put husband and co-host Mark Consuelos in the doghouse. And it all started with a breakfast sandwich. The morning started off sunny. The show opened like any other, with Mark complimenting the studio audience, "You all look amazing," and Kelly poking fun at his unusually loud jacket. The couple dove into their host chat segment, riffing off trending headlines and personal stories. The topic that derailed the day, a segment called "What Not to Do in a Relationship," pulled from a viral TikTok. Mark began reading off the list. Number 1, don't eat the last piece of food without asking. Number 2, don't correct your partner in public. Number 3, don't compare your spouse to your ex. Before he could finish, Kelly interjected, eyebrows raised. "Oh, let's talk about number 1, shall we? A sandwich becomes a scandal." "What did I do?" Mark asked innocently. Kelly crossed her arms, leaned back in her chair, and shot him a smirk that had more edge than amusement. "Last night, after I specifically labeled my turkey sandwich Kelly, do not eat, guess who inhaled it while watching Yellowstone?" The audience gasped in delight. Mark blinked. "You're not serious right now." "Oh, I'm serious," Kelly replied. "I was dreaming about that sandwich. I planned the bread, the mustard-to-mayo ratio, the tiny sliver of pickle. And you just chomped it like it was free room service." "I didn't see your name," Mark protested. "It was in Sharpie, Mark. On bright pink tape. I had a little sticker of Chewy on the label." The mood shifts. What began as lighthearted started to carry an undercurrent of tension. Kelly's tone grew sharper, while Mark leaned more into defensive humor. "It's a sandwich, Kel," he said, flashing his signature charming grin. "I'll make you another one." "That's not the point," she said coolly. "You always do this. It's the principle." The sandwich was symbolic of something sacred, personal boundaries, and my happiness. "Are we really doing this on live television?" Mark asked with a nervous chuckle. Kelly turned to the camera, deadpan. "Yes. Yes, we are." The Doghouse Declaration. Things hit a comedic high or low, depending on your marriage history. When Kelly took a sip of her water and declared, "You know what? You're in the doghouse. And not even the nice part, the side yard version. With no cable." The audience howled. "I'm in the doghouse over deli meat?" Mark laughed, clearly trying to diffuse. "No," Kelly replied, tapping the desk for emphasis. "You're in the doghouse because you always assume everything in the fridge is community property. This is not college. You don't live in a frat house. You live with me, and I respect fridge labels." She paused and looked into the camera. "To all my women out there, label your food. Protect your dreams. Protect your sandwiches." Commercial break tension. According to behind-the-scenes whispers from the live crew, the commercial break that followed the spicy exchange wasn't exactly filled with giggles. One stagehand reported seeing Kelly walk off briskly, while Mark stood alone by the craft services table, looking like a kid in trouble. But true professionals that they are, both hosts returned to their seats with their best morning show faces in place. Sort of. Mark tried to win her over with a compliment about her outfit. "By the way, you look gorgeous today. The sandwich doesn't stand a chance compared to you." Kelly barely glanced at him. "Flattery will not untoast my trust, Mark." Fan reactions explode. The clip went viral before the show had even finished airing on the West Coast. TikTok users dissected the moment with the seriousness of a congressional hearing, while Twitter/X erupted with memes and hashtags like #SandwichGate and #TeamKelly. One user posted, "Kelly Ripa just started a national dialogue about labeled leftovers. She's a modern-day warrior." Another said, "Mark should have known better. That sandwich had chewy stickers. That's sacred ground." Even celebrity chef Rachel Ray weighed in, tweeting, "Kelly, I'll overnight you a turkey sandwich with your name on it. Mayo to mustard ratio, perfection. A soggy apology." At the end of the show, Mark tried to make amends by pulling out a wrapped sandwich from behind the desk. "I had this delivered during the last segment. Your name's on it. Twice. And I added extra pickles." Kelly looked at the sandwich, then looked at him. "Thank you," she said slowly. "But is this turkey, or a metaphor?" Mark bowed his head. "Both." The audience erupted in applause, sensing a truce. Kelly finally cracked a smile. "Fine, you're on probation. But if you touch my yogurt parfait, it's war." After the show, reconciliation and ribbing. Sources say the couple shared a laugh after the cameras stopped rolling, and that Mark knows exactly how many apologies he needs to make between now and dinner. Producers confirmed that Chewy the dog was not, in fact, sharing her doghouse with Mark, though Kelly did joke about it in her dressing room. Later that afternoon, Kelly posted a selfie with Chewy on Instagram captioned, "One of them listens. One of them respects labels. One of them doesn't eat my sandwich. Guess who's getting extra treats tonight? Hashtag for Babby over his band." Mark commented, "Not fair. The sandwich was delicious, though." All's well that ends in leftovers. The great live sandwich spat may have started as a snack-related squabble, but it ultimately reminded viewers why they love Kelly and Mark. They're real, they bicker, they laugh, and they somehow turn a turkey sandwich into Emmy-worthy television. Because in the end, it wasn't just about food. It was about respect, boundaries, and yes, condiments. And as Kelly wisely concluded during the credits, marriage isn't perfect, but you better believe my sandwich will be.